Good morning. I hope that y'all are having a really nice day, beginning of a good weekend, or it's actually into the weekend. It's Saturday. Here in central Mississippi, it's a bright, sunny day, and I can see my tomatoes in my little wading pool garden. They're doing great. I've got some now about this big. The blossom end rot was cured with bone meal added to the soil, and so I'm tickled about that. It's just wow. I hadn't had to discard but one, and that's a really, really good thing. Made me feel great. Um, Yesterday I had my last chemo in this round of chemo. I go this coming Wednesday. That was my last port infusion chemo. My Wednesday I will have a PET scan, and then Friday I will go for a chemo, which is an injection, just a shot in the right arm. It doesn't go in the hip, it has to go in the arm. That's cool because prior to that I had one that was two shots, one in each hip, and they were horrible old white stuff in there. It's nasty and thick, and it hurt real, real bad. This had never sore anything. They do good. Then after the PET scan and the injection on the 6th of July, I will return to see my actual oncologist, and I will also at that point find out what the results are of my PET scan. Now I have an appointment on the books to have chemo if the results from my PET scan warrant it. But if the results are good, then we see what we do. I know the last time I had really good results and we gave me a break from the chemo, the cancer had a party and it caught up for the time that it had been dormant. So we're going to have to discuss that, see what you do, because if this is the game, then you do 3 months of healing and 3 months of crap and 3 months, it's just, there's got to be something. I don't know. You just can't do this way. 3 months you halt it, in 3 months it goes wild. In 3 months you halt it, in 3 months it goes wild. It's not a way to live. So we'll discuss and see what's happening after we get results and see where we stand. There's not a whole lot else going on. The kittens are growing. They need homes. I've called the no-kill shelters, and they are full, also on quarantine because they have something or other going on. It's a respiratory deal with the cats. Like, it's a feline deal like kennel cough that that the dogs get. So we've still got kittens, and they're still growing, and they're exploring a little bit further out, a little bit further out. And I told Tim, well, this is when they eventually wander away and can't get home, and either they make it, they find more humans that take them in, or they don't. And there's nothing else that I can do other than ask God to take care of them. They're His creations, His critters, so He cares about them equally as much, if not more. Okay, what else is happening? My squash is blooming like crazy, and my watermelon has got the prettiest blooms. I mean, it's blooming and it's running, and if it wants to take everything out of there, that's fine. I love watermelon. I can eat watermelon every day in the summer. In fact, Smith County watermelons were in the stores yesterday, and I really, really, really wanted one, but I was just so agitated by the time we got there. I just couldn't fool with anything when we came home. I can go back to the store. They still selling them today. No big deal. Let's see now. What else can I catch you up on? I was very surprised that there weren't very many comments, even negative comments, on the video I made about some of my growing up stuff. My granddaddy's house had completely different kinds of memories than my grandma, which was my mother's mother. In my daddy's family, I'll just tell you, if there's family members want to watch this and y'all got a problem with it, tough. It's the truth. And I'm about that. That's so much easier because God will know the truth. Why should I lie here on the earth? I have a pedophile in my family. Sure do. Speaking of pedophiles, very proud to see that Sandusky got all of his convictions against him. Excuse this. This is the background noise. It is definitely not some kind of a privacy concern. It's my cat in heat and Tim's cat in heat, and they're just seeing hooking out to each other and squalling. And I'm sorry. Can't do anything about it right now. Anyway, back to the deal. I'm so glad that he got convicted, found guilty. I really want him to go to the prison. I do not want him to do house arrest. I want him to go to prison. I want him to be in general population. And I want him to be left to defend himself just like those boys were. I don't care about his age. Those boys were very young and also defenseless. Now, I have a family member who is a pedophile. He tried something with every niece and nephew. I went to my mother. I told. He was not allowed at our house. I know he abused his children. Other people in this family knew he abused his children. And I was too young at that time to do anything. As an adult, she's an adult. Whatever. I don't even know where the man lives. Don't care. Man can be dead. Don't care. But his family never did anything. In fact, at one time, there was a situation that arose that I understand that the police arrested him. He was seen by a physician because of what he had been arrested for, a mental health person. He was found to need help, was taken to Whitfield, which is a mental facility, state-run here in Mississippi. And before he even got admitted, well, his dad had already left Vicksburg, or wherever they lived. I don't know. They may not have been in Vicksburg at that time. I don't know. But his daddy had already left their house, drove himself over there, took him out, said there's nothing wrong with his son. And then at one point, I understand, this was the youngest in the family. And so, to fix the problem, the oldest in the family, who happened to be my daddy, was required to take this kid that was like 4 or 5 years old on his dates with him. That would help fix it up. And then when this incident occurred, he was on up in age, like 11, 12, 13, something like that. And this was going to fix the problem. Well, it's a bunch of poor old uneducated folks, didn't know what to do, didn't want to listen to the doctors. And because of that, people have paid. He'll go to hell for that unless he makes peace with God and straightens it out. It's not my problem, and I'm not responsible. And no, I don't pray for him, except for God just to take care of that. That's all I can do. But I told. Nobody else told. But I knew my mother would protect me, and I knew that was wrong. Yeah, and I hated him as a kid, too. And unfortunately, even though I'm out of his psychograph, he makes me nervous as an adult. The last time I saw him, which was, I don't even remember, it was so long ago, but I was a full-fledged adult. Wasn't married, so I was under 38. My time's running up real close. I've already gotten, I've had bukus of problems here. All this other stuff's going on since I tried to make one earlier. Anyway, I'm going to stop it. I love you. I hope y'all having a great weekend, but God loves you even more than I do. Remember that, because that's the one that counts the most. Y'all have a great day. Bye.